Hey y'all, today we are making pastries with our leftover chayote squash that we used to make that wonderful cake last week. And we have already started, but guess what? I forgot to hit record, but we're not too far into it, so you haven't missed much. Here is what we have got going on. All the ingredients are the same, except I want to see if we can get it to raise a little bit more. I thought we need a little bit stiffer dough. I have different types of flour laying around the house, and I had to think of what to choose from. I have bamboo fiber, acacia fiber, arrowroot fiber, oat fiber. So I thought, let's try it with oat fiber. So I added 20 grams of oat fiber to the original pastry recipe that I used a couple weeks ago in that berry pastry. That's the only difference that I have made is 20 grams of oat fiber. And I'm also going to see if maybe we can raise this a little bit more. So I already have part of my ingredients mixed up right here, which is my butter and eggs and monk fruit and sour cream and apple cider vinegar and vanilla. So that is mixed up right here. My yeast is proofed. I'm getting ready to dump it in here, and this is all my flours and stuff. So all the ingredients will be listed down below for you guys. It is going to be like an apple pastry. I am getting fall vibes, y'all. I am so excited. I am mixing up my stuff, getting ready to dump in the rest of our ingredients and get to cooking. Okay, I just wanted that to kind of get mixed up. You missed the part where I said my butter is not softened as it should be, but that's okay. Just going with it. When am I ever as prepared as I should be? Never. This is my heavy whipping cream, yeast, and a teaspoon of honey. So you can use inulin, just like the original recipe. You can use inulin or honey. I just went with honey because it gives it a little bit more of a raise, and I want to try to raise this little bad boys up. I'm telling you what, this squash is going to be so good. Apples are going to be jealous, you guys. Apples are going to be jealous. All right, here goes our powders. I am going to sift them. I probably should have did it ahead of time. So we got our total milk protein powder, a little bit of coconut flour, oat fiber. Gluten is not invited to this party, you guys. No way. No gluten for us. You know, I don't think the total milk protein really needs to be sifted. Even this oat fiber probably doesn't need to be sifted. I probably could have got away with not doing it at all. But to be on the safe side, I wanted to do it. Okay, I am making a mess. We got everything in here. We got butter and eggs and a little prayer that this dough's about to behave, you guys. Yes. Butter, eggs, and a prayer. That's all we need. I see something coming together. Look at that. Something's happening. Something's happening here. This looks like cookie dough batter. It looks like cookie dough batter. Chocolate chip cookie dough batter. If I threw some chocolate chips in there. Okay. I gotta taste it. That batter's good just on its own. Really good. Yum. I just want to eat the batter. Remember back in the day when you used to eat the cookie dough? It's good. I feel like I should take a little bit out and take out my little adult easy bake oven and throw one in there and see if I can make a cookie out of it. Maybe I will. All right. Let's get this in our pan. Here is what we got going on. I'm still not going to roll it out. We're just going to put it in here and see if it raises. What I'm going to do is spread this out, make it like we did before, and put it in my oven on the proof setting for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, and then we'll check it and see if it's risen at all, and then bake it just like before. But I think I should steal some of this batter because I'm telling you what, it tastes like a cookie. Something about it. Okay, we're going to bake that. See what happens. Nobody will ever know. We're going to cover up that divot. Nobody will know. Okay, so we are going to do our keto frosting first. This is the same frosting as before, but I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's try to zoom in on that. I put some pumpkin pie spice in there. I didn't have apple pie spice, and I wasn't going to go to the store to get it. So I just sprinkled some pumpkin pie spice and some vanilla. So we're going to do that. I don't want to use all that. I just want a super thin layer. Now comes our apple part. This is our chayote squash. Well, at least if this chayote squash like spreads all out, it won't look like a crime scene like the last one. The last one tasted good, but it did kind of look like a crime scene because those berries just spread everywhere. But it was so good. If you guys have not made it, you don't know what you're missing out on. So, so, so good. And you know, if you don't want to make this jelly, you can just buy sugar-free jelly or just put plain fruit. You don't have to make it sweet. Fruit's sweet enough, right? We'll see what it looks like. I am going to place that in the oven on a cookie sheet, let it raise for a little bit, and then we're gonna get to cooking. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but if it doesn't get any higher than before, then I'll never do that again, and we won't raise it. We'll just straight cook it. All right, into our keto sauna we go. All right, well, these did not raise too much, and I am not going to wait around forever. So I'm going to throw these in the oven right now, and we are going to bake these 350 for probably 25 minutes. And then we will be back to see what they look like, and I am excited to taste them, but I am going to cool them off completely first because I love them cold better. With any luck, they're going to come out golden and guilt-free. You guys, look at that. Does that not look delicious? It smells like Grandma's kitchen had a low-carb baby. Yummy. So, this is where we're at. It looks delicious. I cooked it for 25 minutes. I didn't even test it. I just cooked it straight for 25 minutes. It looks yummy. It is not as jiggly. I'm jiggling it. I'm jiggling more than that cake. So I am going to turn this camera off and forget that this is cooling. I'm just going to not even eyeball it. I was in the middle of walking on my walking pad. I bought a ProForm walking pad a while back from Amazon, and I love it, you guys. If you guys don't have one and you are interested in a walking pad, I highly suggest that you guys get one. Walking pads are wonderful. If you guys are not looking to go 10 miles an hour, walking pads just might be your jam. All right, so I'm going to let it cool, and we will be back when this has cooled off and been in the fridge a while, and we can do a taste test and see what it is like with our chayote squash. Eat your heart out, apples. It's going to be so good. Apples are going to be jealous. Yeah. All right. Be back later. Okay, you guys, time for a taste test. This comes out here just like a little piece of pie. That is what our pastry looks like. It did not raise anymore, but look at that crust. That formed a pretty good crust. And we made a cookie out of this. That's exciting, you guys. It's still good. I could eat this every day of the week. Can you guys see that? That is delicious. This is definitely coming up on a cookie consistency. Something. It is good. This is less cheesecakey than the last one, but I put less put less frosting. Let's try it with my little dab of frosting on the top. I am loving this crust. You guys. This is tasting good. I think I like the berry one better, but this is different. It doesn't taste cheesecakey. It tastes more cakey, if that makes sense. But it's good. This is good. It's a different vibe. It's good. Can you see those little holes? It's delicious. All right, you guys. So, if you made the chayote applesauce and made the chayote cake with gelatin and have some left over and want to make this, use it on your pastry, use it on the pastries. It's a win. Do it. You won't be disappointed. It's delicious. All right, you guys, I'm going to close out so I can go eat my chicken for supper, and I'll catch you again here next time. Bye.